Hold up.
I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're staying safe at home. Today I want to talk about a food that is available in the market. It's not expensive. It is not expensive at all, but I would term it as a superfood. A superfood is something that has multiple health benefits. A superfood is something that can deliver several compounds, several nutrients, several minerals in one portion, which can impact several synergies in the human body. What I'm talking about today is rice bran. I'm not talking about the rice, I'm talking about rice bran, the outer covering of the rice, which is usually discarded, but it's also sold today as a powder. You can find it available in almost every country across the world. This simple, inexpensive food is now being studied today to fill nutritional gaps across below poverty lines across the world. And we don't know about these things. Again, a simple food like in India, we have something called moringa. In India and Africa, we have the drumstick tree and the leaves. The leaves of these trees today satisfy nutritional needs of below poverty line at a superfood level. And the moment it was named as a superfood, the price of moringa went up right away. So you see, that's the commercial aspect, but we got to be smart enough to recognize these foods that exist in our own countries and start using them. So most of us can use rice bran and a couple of people cannot. I'll get to that at the end of the call. Number one, let's start off with why rice bran is turning out to be such an important food for us to add to our diets. How did I find out about this? A couple of days ago, we were dealing with a patient of colorectal cancer. And while we were going through new nutritional protocols, we found out that rice bran kept popping up in all of the scientifically backed studies for colorectal cancer. And the possible correlation of rice bran in the treatment of colorectal cancer and even possibly in the prevention. So we broke it down and we studied it and we're amazed at the findings that we have. You see, life is constantly about learning. There is so much out there, so much. We can never ever think that we know it all. And we have to keep going back with, things that we don't know about or things that we want to build about. And in integrative medicine, that's what we do. We don't know it all. But sometimes we got to go deep into the medical research vaults. We need to go deep into integrative medicine research vaults and science-backed information to help us find out things that we may miss. And this is what we discovered. So rice bran is one of the richest sources of vitamin B1, B3, and B6, which is crucial when you study vitamins for almost every aspect of the human body, which is why in most treatments your doctors prescribe you a B complex, because most people are deficient in these B vitamins. And B vitamins involve everything from the breakdown of your food to metabolism to your skin, your hair, your brain, neurological function, your heart, prevention of headaches. I'm going to break it down, okay? Rice bran is rich in these three vitamins and several other compounds. In fact, the University of Colorado talks about rice bran delivering over 400 different compounds for health. And they work in synergy with one another to reduce inflammation, free radicals in the body. I'm going to go through it step by step. So it plays a huge role. Rice bran plays a huge role in diabetes because it is rich in vitamin B6, pyridoxine, which is huge in the treatment of diabetes. So a lot of supplements, nutraceuticals for diabetes contain chlorogenic acid as well as pyridoxine, which is vitamin B6. So it's great for people with diabetes. It is great for cholesterol, people who have high triglycerides and high LDL, because it's also rich in dietary fiber. And we know the science behind dietary fiber and reducing your overall bad cholesterol in the human body. It plays an important and impressive role in treating high blood pressure, again, because of vitamin B3, which is nothing but niacin. Niacin is given today by doctors when you're on a blood pressure medication to help you reduce your blood pressure, because vitamin B3 works as a vasodilator, basically making your blood vessels expand so blood can flow through more freely, reducing the back pressure, which is your blood pressure in your heart. Okay, it is great for heart disease, any kind of heart disease, because it's rich in vitamin B1, which is thiamine. Thiamine plays a crucial role in heart disease, whether you're going through a bypass, post your bypass, whatever heart condition you have, vitamin B1 plays a huge role. Now you can get these from foods or you can get it from supplements. Your doctor will decide what is best for you. Nervous disorders and pains. When people go through chemotherapy, or you have diabetic peripheral neuropathy, you have nervous disorders, you have loss of muscle function or nerve function. You have tingling in your fingers, below your feet, in your toes, anything to do with your nervous system. You need vitamin B1 to help you with your nervous function. Rice bran is rich in that. Migraines and headaches plays a huge role because of vitamin B3. Niacin or vitamin B3 plays a huge role in the treatment of headaches and migraines and even in the prevention. And rice bran is one of the richest sources of vitamin B3. Mouth sores or canker sores. You get this when you have a poor gut health, you have dysbiosis, you have SIBO, you're going through pregnancies, sometimes you have a lack of folic acid or vitamin C in your body, you get mouth sores, canker sores, patients going through chemotherapy or radiation, it affects their taste buds, you have a metallic taste in your mouth, so this plays a huge role again. Rice bran plays that role because of the rich source of the B vitamins that it has. Water retention when you're treating edemas, when you have kidney problems. Again, under the supervision of your doctor, he may give you a vitamin B6 supplement, or he may tell you to eat foods rich in vitamin B6, and that can help you with water retention, and that is found in rice bran. Pancreatic health and kidney health, what a beautiful role B vitamins plays in that. Hemorrhoids, plays a huge role in the treatment of hemorrhoids, convulsions, vaginal bleeding, morning sickness, insomnia. It's amazing what one food can deliver, and that's why we call it a superfood. Further, when you break it down scientifically, it's a high level of great proteins for your body, antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, antimicrobials, anti-hypertensive properties, which is why it makes it good for high blood pressure. Since it's rich in dietary fiber, it's great for digestion. It's great for constipation, bloating, gas, intestinal issues, and it helps you feel full, which is why some scientific records are also linking this to obesity. That if you have rice bran, it makes you feel full for a longer time, reducing your overall calorie consumption, which through calorie deficit can help you with weight loss. It helps you to boost immunity, and this is pretty interesting. Why? How does rice bran help you to boost immunity? Because it's an anti-inflammatory. Anything that can reduce chronic inflammation is great for your immune system. It's an antioxidant. Anything that can neutralize free radicals that causes inflammation is great for your immune system, and it's antimicrobial. So now, how can you use this? You get rice bran powder, you can add it to your cereals, you can add it to your rotis, to your rice, to your dals, or to your shake. You can add it. The last couple of days I've been trying it. I added it to my protein shake, my sattu shake. I added it with just water and beetroot powder. I like trying different things. It has no taste at all. Now, you got to be careful if you have extreme inflammation in your gut, you have Crohn's, you have ulcers, you have severe gastrointestinal issues. This can create more inflammation. So you always want to do this under supervision. If you have ulcers, if you have a blockage of your digestive tract, or you have very slow or a sluggish intestine, a lazy intestine, it's not the right time for you to consume rice bran. As your digestion gets better and faster and normal, then you can slowly start adding a little rice bran, because it can actually work the opposite and create more inflammation in you. So these are the reasons that you would not have it. If you have severe inflammation in your gut, always take medical advice before you take it. For everyone else, you can start off with a teaspoon. Okay, if you're comfortable with a teaspoon, you can go up to a tablespoon. A lot of people try to go up to 2 tablespoons, but again, I don't know. Everyone is different, everyone's unique. Always start off with a teaspoon. Like some people can take a teaspoon of isabgol or psyllium husk, some people can take a tablespoon. So everyone's different, everyone's gut microbiome is different, sensitivity to fiber is different, so make an informed decision. But this is a superfood, and you may want to start having it. I know a lot of people who have started having it because they have constant bloating and gas, and they report immediate relief. Constipation again. Now it's wrong for me to say have rice bran and your constipation goes, because constipation is the fact that it depends on your water intake, hydration, overall fiber, insoluble, soluble, many things. But rice bran can play a role in everything we spoke about along with your lifestyle. Rice bran isn't that magic food. While you may add rice bran, you still got to exercise, make sure you're getting a nutritional balance from all of your foods, sleep well at night, take care of this emotional stress that builds up in your head and your heart, and try to be happy most of the times. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep, and remember, you care. It's all about you.